the way, some breakthroughs are going to come through. I know you thought you had to have that to make it happen. But honey, you ain't opened no doors that I ain't already prepared for you to open. I've already went before you. You didn't have a key to open it, but I went and opened it for you. You didn't have no favor, but I gave you favor. See, my Bible says that the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords has the heart of every man in his hand.
Amen.
Every man, woman, child, he has the heart in his hand. He said, Miss Lord, I have prepared for you. He said, I have prepared for you that when you're on the way, if any demon in hell comes against you, he said, I got the heart of a king. That's right. And demons still flee from my name. Right. And if you will understand who you're walking with and who you're walking to, good God Almighty, he said, I will show you what I will do with the heart of a man. You think they got plans, but I got plans for you. Come on, somebody. God has plans for you coming 2020. We're going to do something different than before. Come on, somebody. I want this church to be the church. The church that glorifies Jesus Christ to the fullest. Where we live up the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Not about a denomination stinking way of thinking, but about a King of Kings and a Lord of Lords that can still save. Come on. Get praise somebody. Jesus didn't wait till he got his glorified body. He didn't wait till he got to the cross. Some of you are here right now waiting. When I get there, then I can do this. Right. But you don't understand, I'm not where I need to be with God. Well, Lord and God, I'm glad you got that concept because nobody's got it. Amen. Now understand, the one that you think's holier than thou fights and battles just like you. Jesus shows us here, I didn't wait till I got there. I fed 5,000 on the way. On the way, I rose a dead girl. I didn't wait till I got there. I told the blind man, see. I didn't wait till I got there. You weren't even safe when Jesus was coming because you might come around his way. There was a woman that was about to bury her child. She's got a casket going. She's going her way. Have you ever had a way that looked hopeless? Yes. All hope's gone? Yep. If you'll remain in the branch. Yes, Lord. If you'll remain in him, he said, I will remain in you. Come on. Can you see her walking with the child? I'm on my way, Barbara. But the Lord said that every step that I took, it was prepared. Yep, that's right. And even when I had my hand on this casket, it was prepared. The Lord said all things work together for the good of those Christ. The good, the bad, the ugly. Now I can't help to been there, but Miss Bucket, if I would have been there and Jesus would have walked by James and tapped upon the casket, son, he ain't asleep. Get on up out of there. I would have took off running around there. Can you imagine? Come on, somebody. When you get the revelation that God has prepared your way, when you get the revelation today, I hope you get that today, that he's already prepared your way. Believe it or not, he knows where you're going to be on January the 31st. That's right. Come on. Believe it or not, he knew that it was a struggle to get to church this morning. Believe it or not, he knew that you said it'd be easy to stay home. Can I tell you, you got a choice of what you're going to do. We're on our way into 2020, and I want to remind you of a woman. And everybody knows this story, so I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to preach it. This was a lady that was on her way. Many of you heard about her. She spent her whole fortune, everything that she owned. She said, if I can just find the one that knows how to heal this infirmity. Some of them say it was a skin disease. Some of them say it was a blood disease. Whatever it may be, but there was an infirmity in her hand. And she went everywhere trying to get healing. She had spent everything that she owned to get to it. My sister said today, and I hope you heard her, she said the Lord told her that we need to take it by force. Yes. You have a choice. You can sit still, play kumbaya if you want to. But I know who goes before me. Amen. And I know that every step that Pastor Robbins takes, that it's already prepared for me to land on. He's prepared for me to fall down to pick me back up. Do you hear me? He's prepared for me to slip up and fall down. He said, I even prepared an escape for you when it got too heavy. He said, I'm prepared for you. Come on, somebody. The woman I want to talk to you about, it's a story in the Bible where Jesus shows up and 3 miracles happen back to back to back. And he was on his way. That's right. He was on his way to a place called Calvary. Yeah. He was on his way to prepare a way for me and you, sisters and brothers. That's right, man. He was on the way to prepare for you, my sister. He said, I know you're coming. I know you're coming. I know you by name. I formed you. I fashioned you. I know who you are. And while you were on your way, trying to get things right, honey, I've already made it right. While you were on your way, scratching and digging at the door to get in it, honey, I done unlocked it. Where you're trying to get to, I'm already standing there. When you get the revelation today that God is in fact leading, guiding, directing your feet as you move, that every step that you take was prepared, even the sickness that came on your body was prepared for you. Oh, preacher, you getting crazy now. Sometimes the Lord will sit you down and make you be still and understand you need a God that can, because he got something that you can't do. You hear me? When a doctor can't heal it and when a man can't do it, then you'll turn around and say, but God can, can't he? God said you got to sometimes come as Thomas. Lord, help me with my unbelief. That's right. Come on, somebody. You can be Holy Ghost and things together. I don't care how you do it. But I know there's times you look and go, Lord, help me with my unbelief today. Can you really save him? Can you really change his heart? That was a woman. She said, I done been every avenue. But I heard about a man that was coming. I heard about a man named Jesus that was coming. And if I can just get to him, watch it. If I can just get there, things would change. Just if I can just get there, this would be healed. If I can just get there, a breakthrough would happen today. How many of you know we can make plans sometimes, and when we get there, the plans don't look as what we thought? Come on, somebody. I can't help but think, sister, that somewhere in my mind, Miss Potter, that this young lady had it in her mind, if I can just get to Jesus. This man is cured lepers. This man raises the dead. This man right here walks across water. This is the one. I just got to make it to him. Something inside me just can't help but wonder. Can you imagine hearing the healer's coming? I done tried everything else. I ain't got no more money to give them. I gave it all to them quacks. The Lord said, I don't want your money. I own all the kind I want to heal. That's right. Everything you got is borrowed. I gave you. See, when she got there, I couldn't help but think that she thought she was going to have a meeting with the sweetest man in the world. And just run up to him and say, Jesus, touch his skin of mine. Heal it. But when she got there, it didn't look as she had pictured. There's crowds around this man named Jesus. So big of crowds that when he comes, it looks like the town is moving. If I can just get to him, Jesus, can you heal this? Can you do this? My mama's sick. Can you hear him? Can you hear Jesus when he's walking? But somewhere in the back is a Kingdom Church member. A woman, a man with an issue that only Jesus can fix. She said, I'm on the way. It don't look right, Brittany. I thought I was going to walk in and he'd be sitting there kind of like Santa Claus. And Jimmy, I can lay at his feet and I can tell him, touch me and heal me, and he healed me. But when I got there, I couldn't even get to him. When I got there, I'm looking to see if I can even see him. I just see the people. Can I tell you, sometimes you got to learn to change. You got to learn to adapt. If you got something God has showed you, my God, don't you back up now. If it looks a little funny, push forward. That's right. And if you can't get through it, pray through it. She got right there and she looked into the streets and she said the circumstances has changed, the situation has changed, but one thing remains. I got a problem. He's got the answer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
I can go back home. Tell the church to put another anointment oil on it. Mm-hmm. I can ask the church to put me back on prayer request. Or I could take this thing by force.
That's right.
I got a God in heaven that says every step that I take, at my feet are prepared to land. So devil, not today. Every step that I take, I'm going to step on your head. And I'm going to get to the King of Kings. And I'm going to get to the Lord of Lords. Come on, church. Hallelujah. Brittany, I'm getting ready to close with this, honey. I want you to get us something. Look at your neighbor and tell him he went before me to make a way for me. Do you believe that?
Yes.
Do you believe that?
Yes, amen.
I'm going to ask you to stand to your feet. Church, we're going into 2020. Before we even get there, I want you to understand that God already seen you coming. I want you to understand this before we go any further. Do you remember? Thank you. Holy Ghost. See, sometimes you just got to show up. The Lord said, don't worry about the words. I'll give them to you when you get there.
That's right.
This is straight from the Lord. The Lord did something to Joshua, and I want him to do it today in you before you start, Brittany. Before he went forward in 2020, before he could ever continue, before he could ever go forward again, he had to stand face to face with the one that made him.
Yes.
And he came into a place with an accuser with him.
Yep.
How many of you know the devil loves to accuse you?
Amen.
He loves to tell you what you didn't do or what you should have, could have, would have done. Come on, somebody.
Yes.
I want to remind you this before we go in. If you don't catch anything else you caught in the sermon today, don't you miss this. Can you see the Lord standing there? And Joshua standing there guilty of sin.
Yes.
Hands bloody. Sin all over him. He looked like yesterday.
Yes.
He smelt like yesterday. He had the clothes of yesterday. God says, before we go into the next year, Joshua,
Yes.
get them rags off my gun.
Yes.
Get that dirty clothes off my gun.
Yes.
That's right.
Everything that looked like 2019 can't go into 2020. Come on, somebody. I don't know what you're dealing with in this church, but the truth is, everybody under the sound of my voice, we all got our demons we fight. Hallelujah.
Yes. Yes, Lord.
Today, let's put them on our feet.
Yes.
Today, let's put the devil on our feet. Before you go to 2020, make up your mind. If there's something holding you back, the Lord said this in his word. He said, I am the branch and you are the vine. If you remain in me, I will remain in you. I will make every crooked road straight. I will bless you before you get there. I will open doors before you get to the door. But you're going to have to make up your mind. Do you got something holding you back? Every eye closed, every head bowed. If you're here today, right now, under the sound of my voice, and you know there's something in 2019 that can't go 2020, it must lay down today and die. I don't care if it's cigarettes today. Kill it on this altar. I don't care if it's a cussing tongue. Lay it on this altar. Tell God I can't handle it, but you can. I want to live 20 more years to be with my grandkids, and a cigarette ain't going to take me today. I said, no way. No, not today, devil. Do you hear me? You got a cussing tongue? God said, I got a change of hearts. You got a lustful thought toward other women? God said, come on down here, I'll clean your mind.